Yesterday I was sitting in a coffee shop and I watched something unfold that perfectly explains why so many men feel invisible to women. There was this guy, mid-20s, good looking, well dressed, clearly trying his best. For 47 minutes, yes, I counted, he did everything wrong. And the crazy part? He thought he was doing everything right. That's you. That's most men. Today, I want to show you why your brain has been programmed to fail with women, and more importantly, how to rewrite that program. But I'll warn you, most won't do it, because the truth requires courage, and courage is rare. The program that raised you. From the time you were a boy, you were taught a script. Be nice to girls. Respect women. Happy wife. Happy life. And while those things sound fine on the surface, they've created what I call the good boy protocol, a mental operating system that tells you the way to a woman's heart is to be endlessly agreeable, infinitely available, and desperately accommodating. It's why you've spent years showing up as the perfect gentleman and watching women fall for guys who barely noticed them. You thought it was bad luck. It's not luck. It's programming. The ghosting pattern. Think back. How many times have you had what felt like an amazing conversation with a woman, only to never hear from her again? How many times have you taken her to dinner, bought the flowers, played the perfect gentleman, only to watch her leave with someone else? It's not random. It's not cruel fate. It's the mathematics of attraction. You've been running the wrong code. The party that changed everything. When I was 20, I learned this the hard way. I was at a party with my friend Alex. Now, Alex wasn't handsome. He didn't have money. He dressed like he lost a fight with a thrift store. And yet, that night, 3 women were competing for his attention, while I stood in the corner, perfectly dressed, perfectly polite, completely invisible. That was the night I realized women aren't drawn to resumes. They're not drawn to politeness, or your job title, or the way you try so hard to please. In fact, the harder you try to make her like you, the less she will. It's not logical. It's emotional. And attraction is emotional, not logical. Polarity and tension. Here's what most men miss. Every interaction with a woman has what I call polarity points. Moments where the energy shifts either toward attraction or away from it. Most men, terrified of tension, smother it. She disagrees with you? You nod and agree. She teases you? You laugh nervously and try to appease her. She tests you? You fold immediately. But attraction doesn't grow in comfort. It grows in tension. Think about it. When was the last time you were hooked on a story with no conflict? When was the last time predictability excited you? Never. Humans crave unpredictability, challenge, the spark of uncertainty. When you smooth every edge, you erase every spark. The pedestal trap. Here's a brutal truth. When you put a woman on a pedestal, you force her to look down on you. And respect is the foundation of attraction. A woman cannot feel drawn to a man she doesn't respect, any more than you could feel attracted to someone you find completely unattractive. It's not a choice. It's wiring. Addition versus subtraction. Here's where almost every man goes wrong. He thinks attraction is about addition. Add more compliments. Add more attention. Add more gifts. Add more availability. But attraction is not about addition. It's about subtraction. Subtract your neediness. Subtract your predictability. Subtract the constant availability. Subtract the desperate chase. It's the space you create, the mystery, the scarcity, the uncertainty that pulls her in. It's not supply that creates value, it's scarcity, authenticity over performance. And here's where most men fail, even after hearing this. They try to fake it. They pretend not to care while caring desperately. They try to act confident while feeling terrified. They perform indifference instead of embodying it. But women are natural lie detectors. They've been reading male behavior since they were teenagers. They can spot inauthenticity faster than a shark smells blood. You can't fake this. You have to become it. The standards shift. I remember a date with a woman so stunning that men stopped conversations when she walked into the room. Old me would have bent myself into knots to keep her happy. But halfway through, I realized I was bored. So instead of pretending, I said, "You're beautiful, but this conversation is dull. I'd rather go home and watch Netflix." And I left. She called me that night, then the next day, then the next week. Why? Because I showed something almost no man ever does. Standards beyond beauty. A willingness to walk away, not out of cruelty, but out of self-respect. That's power. That's frame. From getting to selecting. Here's the ultimate mindset shift. Stop trying to get women. Start selecting them. When you're trying to get women, every rejection feels like failure. When you're selecting women, rejection is just filtering. She doesn't fit? Fine. On to the next. Suddenly you're not the applicant waiting to be chosen. You're the one doing the choosing. That flips everything. The cost of growth. But let me warn you, when you stop seeking validation, when you stop pleasing just to be liked, when you start setting standards, people will fall away. Some women will disappear. Friends who liked the old agreeable version of you may drift. Even family might call you selfish. And that's okay. On the other side of that loneliness is real connection, authentic attraction, relationships built on respect, not performance. The challenge. The saddest thing I see are men in their 40s and 50s, still running the same broken program they learned at 15, still trying to nice their way into attraction, still wondering why it doesn't work. Don't be that man. Change now. It won't be easy. Rewiring never is. But if you do, you'll discover a kind of confidence that doesn't just change your dating life. It changes your life. Period. Because the man who doesn't beg for validation, who has standards, who lives authentically, that man becomes magnetic, not just to women, but to the world. So here's your task. For the next 30 days, practice one thing. Care less about the outcome. Approach without neediness. Text without desperation. Date without fear. Stop performing. Start being. Because when you finally stop running the good boy program, you'll see something extraordinary. You were never invisible. You were just hidden under the wrong code. And the moment you rewrite it, the world changes.